Hey, this is Riley Little from Narcade, and we're going to take a look at the leaked Super Smash Bros. For 3DS roster. As many dedicated Super Smash Bros. Fans are already well aware, the roster of Super Smash Bros. For 3DS has seemingly been leaked. While the legitimacy of these leaks were immediately called into question, and rightfully so given the fact that they originated from 4chan, further evidence has emerged to support them. The initial roster image, combined with close-ups of the rumored combatants, highlighted very legitimate-looking character art of several veterans and newcomers. According to the leak, Wario, Game & Watch, Ganondorf, Falco, Jigglypuff, Rob, Ness, and Dr. Mario will make up the list of returning veterans. While a return from Dr. Mario is one that many didn't see coming, the apparent removal of the fan-favorite Ice Climbers is still a tough pill to swallow.
Why, Popo and Nana, you were so young!
Meanwhile, a handful of additional newcomers will be joining the battle. Bowser Jr. will be making his triumphant debut, alongside his revamped father Bowser. Shulk appears to be shuffling into the game with the Monado in tow, and Dark Pit will likely be an additional clone character. But all of these characters pale in comparison to Duck Hunt Dog. This is one of those mind-boggling additions to the roster that many thought would never happen in a million years, and yet here he is. Prepped and primed to make eye contact with your foes and laugh their souls into a hellish pit of self-loathing filled with... Further footage of Bowser Jr., Shulk, and Ganondorf all duking it out only added legitimacy to the leaks. And after Nintendo issued a takedown notice to YouTube claiming that the footage is theirs, the leaks are now widely accepted by fans as the real McCoy. While for the most part fans have a good understanding of what is and isn't legitimate in terms of what to expect from Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, a ton of wannabe leakers have stepped forth to add fuel to the fire that's engulfed the community. Claims of additional characters like Mewtwo, Dixie Kong, Chorus Men, Ridley, and more have begun surfacing in bulk, but the fact of the matter is that many of these, if not all of them, are untrue, and I have a firm theory of how this footage got out there in the first place. The leaks appear to originate from footage that was created to be sent to the ESRB for rating purposes. Heading over to the official website for the board informs curious onlookers that the ESRB itself isn't handed copies of the game, and instead reviews the footage of games that each developer sends them. Assuming that the leak didn't originate from the Entertainment Software Rating Board itself, this would mean that it's an internal leak at Nintendo. If that is the case, then odds are that it originated from an employee that wanted to give a friend a sneak peek at the content that awaited them. This individual probably passed it to others, and that's how what appears to be multiple people are releasing details and screenshots of the game online. Rumors are now swirling that the individual who leaked the footage has been fired, and understandably so because Nintendo's not going to keep them around that long. That said, there are claims that the fired employee still has a copy of the game and could still be leaking details. I'm here to tell you that that's just simply not true. Nintendo would never allow an employee to walk out the doors of its North American headquarters with a copy of Smash Bros. In hand, nor would it let a member of its staff that had their contract terminated retain the company's property. And then you have to deal with this guy. He could easily castrate you with a glance. No, your body will never be ready. Now, you're probably wondering why I say that, and also why I take selfies of myself in the mirror, but I promise you have a good explanation for one of those. Remember how awesome Nintendo's E3 presentation was? It was pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. We got that confirmation of a new Star Fox game, the amiibos were showcased, a whole bunch of awesome content was shown. But Nintendo hosted something called Treehouse Live during E3. Ran for several days and was home to several video game reveals that weren't featured in the main presentation. It was on this stage that something interesting was said in regards to Super Smash Bros. Following Pac-Man's reveal. Let's take a listen.
I've actually been leaning towards a couple characters that we haven't announced yet, so I'm not even going to talk about those.
Secrets.
How about that Pac-Man, though? Oh, yeah. Well, luckily, we can now start playing Pac-Man in the office. You know, we've been behind closed doors, so practicing a lot of these secret characters sucks. It's like we're like crowded in like a closet. I mean, the treehouse is secret anyways, but like even within the treehouse, we haven't been able to talk about stuff like Pac-Man.
And layers
like
of
crouching
secrecy.
in a utility closet and playing Pac-Man. It's not the best way to do things.
That's right, Nate Bildorf from Nintendo of America is saying that he had to hide unannounced members of the roster from other Treehouse staff that weren't working on the project, all while behind closed doors. Keeping that in mind, Nintendo did not let the game leave its headquarters whatsoever in any fashion. While leaks found outside of the initial roster reveal probably aren't legitimate, I do believe we haven't seen the rest of the roster. Every game in the series thus far has seen the characters line up a little better than they do in the current leaked roster. Super Smash Bros. 64's roster lined up, Melee's roster lined up, and even, you guessed it, Brawl's roster lined up. Meanwhile, this one doesn't seem to fit that trend at all. You've got Yoshi separating the Mario characters, the clones are in their own column, the thing just seems like a mess. Add in what appears to be a locked all-star mode, and it seems like all the characters still haven't been unlocked. It is possible that the footage that was created for the ESRB is outdated, and does not indicate the entire roster. If that is indeed the case, it's impossible at this point to tell what characters still haven't been unlocked. That said, I could be entirely wrong, this is just a theory, so we'll see how far this goes. I'm hopeful for more characters, I'm sure many other gamers are too, and I'm excited to see what Sakurai and the rest of his team have planned for us. Well, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is just something I'm testing out, so please give me some feedback. I'm definitely hungry for it. You're going to see a lot of cool stuff coming from Narcade in the future. We've got a podcast coming. We have a few more videos like this. So I'm definitely excited to share all of that with you guys in the future. Anyway, thank you again. We look forward to seeing what you thought.